Before the video starts, I just want to quickly say rest in peace to one of Chelsea content creators' favorite moderator, friend and excellent supporter. You could see that she had great love for her club, great love for every content creator that, had such sheer of passion for football and for their club, especially the Chelsea content creators. It's really unfortunate that circumstances led to this, but I just want just dedicate this video to her and just find some way to let her memory live on my channel, because she showed great dedication to supporting me. And she told me that she would help me get to 1,000, and unfortunately she just hadn't got the time to really see it be get to that. But rest in peace, Strip Bear. You be dearly missed. Who is Dujong Sterling? Who is this young 22, nearly 23-year-old right back that is currently on loan at Stoke City, but had an influential loan at Blackpool in the 2021-2022 season? Let's discuss episode 4, Chelsea player profile. Alright, now Dujong Sterling joined Chelsea in 2007 at under 8 level and made his under 19 debut in a UEFA Youth League fixture against Sporting CP in December 2014. Although recently Sterling has been deployed as a wingback, he has also been played as a winger or central forward and impressed during Chelsea's 2015-16 FA Youth Cup campaign, netting in both the semi-final and final. Dujon was outstanding for Blackpool on loan and was up there for player of the season. I'm sure some know about his best attributes already, but I'd like to explain how he performed specifically at Blackpool. Alright, so let's go through the tactical analysis. I'll start with how Blackpool play tactically so you understand his role. They mostly play in a 4-4-2 formation, sometimes 4-3-3. Defensively, they press in the opposition's half and try and get as many men behind the ball as possible once it reaches their half. Their fullbacks are tasked with marking the opposition winger when they press, and when on the back foot, make sure the winger doesn't get a cross in or get past them. Offensively, Blackpool's fullbacks provide width when building out from the back. After receiving the ball, they create a triangle with their midfielder and winger, moving the ball up the pitch. Their fullback then will drop back to the halfway line to provide defensive stability on the counter or overlap/play a first time cross to the strikers. Now, how did Dujong Sterling perform? As I've said, he was brilliant. Defensively, he was by far the best fullback due to his mental and physical ability. His decision making was great. He really made the wrong choice when passing. When making a challenge, fans stated that they were usually assured that he would come away with the ball. Dujon was also strong. He knew when to use his body to shield the ball and muscle players off it. He really got pushed around too. His positioning and speed combined with his great timing of tackles made him very tough to get past. They also really liked his mentality. You could tell that he gave his all every game. There's a game early in the season when they had several injuries in one match and Dujon went down in the second half. He was obviously in pain and would have been taken off usually, but stayed on and made sure that they got the result. He also never seemed to complain. One more thing that really impressed them was his versatility. He had to fill in at left back for many games last season and his performances didn't drop at all. He arguably played better on the left. Now this is very interesting in my perspective, because if it's a case where he played on loan on the left as well, that means that when he comes back and if Potter sees him and if it comes push to shove that he may be recalled early in January, we could actually see some versatility happening, especially with him, because I'm not saying he's going to be playing left back, but if it comes down to that, if circumstances lead to him coming back and we're short in numbers in terms of left backs or whatever the case may be, he could play there. potentially experiment in smaller games and see what happens. If it works, then you have somebody who's versatile as well. Now, we know that he's essentially mostly a right back at the moment, and especially at Blackpool, he had an excellent loan. And like I said, fans were impressed with him. They even wanted him back, but unfortunately, the circumstance didn't lead to them getting him back. And it was really impressive, and I found it very interesting to know that whilst him being on loan there, he had made such a great impact for them, and helping them, assisting them quite well. Now, obviously, he didn't get an assist, and that is one of the negatives per se about him. The negative that I can perhaps say is that he has a weakness in terms of crossing. He's not really as effective as your Reece James, correction, that is known for crossing the ball in and finding that striker. He tried it. He was better at the defensive side, and that is one of the weaknesses that he brings. But obviously, he's 22, nearly 23, meaning that he can still learn that. He can still develop as that creative player. But he does try. It's just that when he does cross the ball, when he gets the opportunity to whip one in, he doesn't usually hit it at a weaker pace that is able to go into the strikers. It's normally overhit. So that is obviously a downside, but obviously that is something that can be learned. And with the development plan of Graham Potter, should he return early or at the end of this current 2022-23 season, he could actually make an impact on Graham Potter. And obviously another negative is probably that he's injury prone as well. But other than that, he was impressive when he was fit. Didn't get any assists, but he played 24 games in the championship, and essentially he was very good for them. I mean, the fans loved him despite him not getting assists and doing this. He would help win the ball, go off with the ball, and he progressed the ball forward. So he was an impressive player. This is the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little analysis of his time at Blackpool. Obviously, he's currently on loan at Stoke City, like I said, but his game time hasn't really been up there for me to really analyze it yet. He's played 3 games so far at Stoke City, so obviously that is the reason why I'm using the Blackpool one, where it's longer. But that's the end of the video. Cheers, peace, see you in the next video.